You feel it in the middle of the afternoon, a pull towards something sweet. Your stomach is fine, so why won't the feeling leave? Something deeper insists, and it will not be reasoned with. You tell yourself you have no willpower. You're wrong. The truth is far stranger. That craving is not a flaw in you. It is one of the oldest pieces of you, still running long after the world it was built for disappeared. Your ancestors lived in a world almost empty of sugar. There were no fields of cane, no shelves of candy, no glowing vending machines in the corner. For nearly all of human history, sweetness was rare, and rare meant precious. So what did sugar actually tell a hungry brain? Sweetness meant ripe. Ripe meant safe. Safe meant energy, fast, dense, life-giving energy, in a world where the next meal was never promised. A tongue that loved sugar found the best fruit on the tree. A tongue that didn't walk right past it. Your sense of taste became a survival tool. The brain learned to reward sweetness with a flood of pleasure, a small chemical celebration every time it arrived. That chemical is dopamine, the same signal that pulls you toward anything your body has decided matters. Your ancestors weren't greedy, they were guided, and nothing was guided more fiercely than the hunt for honey. Among the Hadza, a community of hunter-gatherers in Tanzania, honey is the most prized food there is. Anthropologist Frank Marlowe, who spent years living among them, found that honey ranked above meat, above fruit, above everything. Men climb high into trees and endure stings across their whole bodies, just to reach a single hive. Why would anyone risk that for something sweet? Because for hundreds of thousands of years, the people who chased sweetness hardest were the ones who survived. Now hold that thought, because here is where it turns. In 1962, a geneticist named James Neal proposed an idea he called the thrifty gene hypothesis. He suggested that early humans evolved to store fat with ruthless efficiency, to seize calories whenever a feast was possible, because famine was always coming. A body that hoarded energy in good times could outlast the lean ones. The urge to overeat sweetness wasn't a malfunction. It was insurance. For almost all of human history, that insurance was brilliant. Sugar was scarce, so the appetite for it could never do real damage. You could want it endlessly and still rarely find it. Desire and supply stayed balanced. Then, in a blink of evolutionary time, the supply exploded. The Harvard biologist Daniel Lieberman calls this an evolutionary mismatch, when a body shaped by one world is suddenly dropped into another. Do you see the trap? Your cravings were tuned for a planet where sugar appeared a few weeks a year, hidden in fruit and guarded by bees. You now live on a planet where it pours from every corner store, refined far beyond anything that ever grew on a branch. The signal is the same. The world is not. So when that pull arrives in the afternoon, understand what is really happening. An ancient instinct, perfectly designed, is firing inside a place it was never meant to exist. Your brain still believes sweetness is rare. It still treats every bite as a lucky find, a windfall to seize before it vanishes. It does not know about the shelves that never empty. Is it any wonder willpower so often loses? You're not fighting a bad habit. You're arguing with 100,000 years of evolution, and that part of you has no idea the famine never came. But there is something freeing in seeing it clearly. The craving is not weakness, it is memory, the body's memory of a harder, hungrier world. When you understand it, you stop fighting yourself and start to outsmart the instinct instead. You can let the pull arrive, name it for what it is, and choose without shame. The ancient hunger does not have to lead. Notice it next time, that small, insistent voice asking for something sweet. It is not really asking for sugar. It is asking for safety, for energy, for survival in a world that no longer exists. You feel it in the middle of the afternoon, a pull towards something sweet. And now you know, it was never about the sugar at all. It was your ancestors, reaching across time, still trying to keep you alive.